Hey, hello comrades, and welcome back to Ushanka Show. I hope you had a great holidays. I hope you're gonna have a great new year, 2016. I didn't make a single video since the last year, so it's time to catch up, and today I would like to talk to you about New Year. Do you know that in Russia and in Soviet Union, celebrating New Year, it's the biggest actually holiday of the whole year for everyone. And the interesting thing that in Soviet Union and Russia, people celebrate New Year twice. We literally have New Year and Old New Year. It's how it sounds, Old New Year. So what happened? How come the Russians have two New Years? What happened is actually after Great October Revolution, Socialist Revolution 1917, next year Soviet government, which was the dictatorship, which means you don't really have a lot of problems changing laws, they changed the calendar. Russia used to live according to Julian calendar, and it was changed to Gregorian calendar, which the whole rest of the world uses, in 1918. The difference is about 2 weeks. So the night from December 31st to January 1st is the new year. It's the new year. And January 14, so 2 weeks apart, is actually the old new year according to Julian calendar, and it's also being celebrated kind of like old-fashioned way. What we do different, kids do some kind, you would call it like a trick-or-treating on Halloween. That's what kids in Russia do on the old new year. It's called kalyatki, kalyada. They walk around in, like, if you live in a village and you knock on the door and you sing songs about wishing about this new year and wishing this household prosperity and good health for people. And also it's called Uzasivai. You throw the like seeds on the ground to have prosperous life in this year, and people are supposed to pay you with cash or give you candy. So this is a Russian style trick-or-treating which happens on the old new year on January 14. And during a normal celebration on a regular New Year on December 31st, it's a big party, a lot of alcohol, you open a bottle of champagne right at midnight, but instead of dropping ball like we have here in New York City, everybody watching Moscow, their big clock on the Kremlin Tower called Kuranty, and when it's exactly midnight, then you open champagne and you cheer for the new year. And a little bit prior to that, like 10 minutes before, people start drinking alcohol, saying goodbye to the old year. Then of course there's a fireworks, big party. There's a lot of specific foods that people prepare for this holiday, for this celebration. One of them is Olivier salad, which we will put the link on the bottom. There's the people who have those presentations on YouTube. And also another famous is herring under the fur coat, it's called. It's seletka под шубой, which is kind of fishy, literally. Because you use herring in one of the layers, and it's pretty decent salad. I like it a lot, but because of the herring, nobody else in my family touches that. And there's other foods, but that's the ones I can always think of. The Olivier salad and Shuba salad is always being used for New Year celebration. And also there's always a joke that if the party went really well, there's always somebody gonna slip face into Shuba. Interesting thing too, that the holidays kicked in exactly on December 31st. We don't celebrate Christmas. What I mean, we don't celebrate American Christmas, or how they call it in Russia, Catholic Christmas. So the Russian Church, Russian Orthodox Christmas is actually on January 7th, and it's a strictly religious holiday, which means the people who are believers, they go to church, they pray, there's the whole ceremony, they walk around outside the church and they sing hymns and songs about Jesus' birth, and they bring foods to be blessed. But recently, since we got a little bit different society, and there's the supermarkets, there's the retailers who want to get the Christmas spirit Western style, so they started having kind of Christmas spirit starting earlier so people can buy stuff before. But the real Christmas in Russia, it's on January 7th, and it's strictly religious holiday. Also, one of the things I was surprised here in America is that you guys have so many movies about Christmas, and we start this whole Christmas show going, 20 days before Christmas, and all this Christmas movie being played, Christmas songs being played on the radio. In Russia they also have, there's one actually famous movie which everybody's watching before the New Year. It's a famous comedy. I don't want to do the spoiler alert, spoiler for the show. There's actually, we'll also put the link for this movie below if I find it on YouTube. But it has a lot of famous catchphrases that everybody repeats. And it's a pretty good show. That's also what a lot of people watch, and it's like a part of the New Year tradition to watch that movie on the New Year night. Another thing about New Year and Christmas in Russia, if you live in America and you're Russian, you can take advantage of Americans not really celebrating the New Year. My wife almost did it to me. First year we were together, she was trying to ditch the Christmas tree on the next day after Christmas was over, and I was literally horrified because oh my god, the tree is actually for the New Year, because we don't call it Christmas tree, we call it New Year tree, Новогодняя ёлка. So I've made her to keep the tree till the New Year, and also I know some people who are originally from Russia but live in the United States, they don't buy ever Christmas tree, or we would say they don't buy ever New Year tree, because they just wait till Christmas is over, then they go out in the street and they pick up free Christmas tree, which they take home and turn into New Year tree. Now, New Year tree is supposed to stay all the way to the old New Year, so you have to stretch it for 2 weeks. From January 1st all the way to January 14th. And that's why in Russia, for the New Year tree, people prefer the pine, because pine tends to hold their needles way longer than the fir. So pine is preferable tree. It's not as pretty, but it stays longer without dropping the needles. Also, we don't have Santa Claus in the Soviet Union or Russia. We have Uncle Frost. And also Uncle Frost as a company, it doesn't come with the reindeer, it comes with the girl who's like his little granddaughter, Snegurочка. They together come and they deliver presents. Now, not everybody was getting presents of Christmas. You're looking at the guy right here who never ever got a New Year a New Year present. Just my family never did that tradition. We just celebrated, had good food, and that was it. So the very first, I still didn't get a New Year present, but I got Christmas presents now since I live in America. So that's kind of different traditions that the Soviet people and Russian people have compared with Americans. As I said, it's a huge holiday. People are excited to wait for it. There's a lot of hopes and wishes for the better year. It's good times, and sometimes I miss to live in a big city for the reason because around here, where I live in Michigan, it's quite boring on a New Year night. Lights are out, people sleep, and not many people who celebrate New Year. My family, fortunately, my wife was understanding my, I won't say demands, by my wishes. So now we have a little celebration every year for the new year, and we have some Russian food for me, so we're having a good times. So this is how we celebrate New Year and Christmas in Russia. I hope you'd enjoy the show. I appreciate your support for the channel. Please share this video and ставьте лайки. I almost said it in Russian. Like this video if you like it. Thank you very much. С Новым годом, с новым счастьем. Happy New Year, everybody. Goodbye.
С Новым годом! С новым счастьем, дорогие товарищи!
С Новым годом, дорогие соотечественники! Счастья вам, мира и благополучия!
С Новым годом! С новым счастьем, дорогие мои!
Счастья вам! С праздником! С новым 2012 годом!
С праздником вас! С новым 2016 годом!